Okay. Hi, you guys. I'm back with another reading. I really need to see you guys get the likes up today. If this is another issue where you guys are watching the video and you cannot fucking like the video, then I need for you to get the fuck off of this platform and to stay the fuck away from me. For the rest of my life, you need to stay the fuck away from me. If after all of this that I'm giving to you guys for fucking free, if you guys cannot go to that like button and smash that like button like one person's watching me right now, thank you. I should not have to fucking threaten you guys. I will literally straight up fucking leave this platform and not ever come back. I don't have to fucking do this. I'm really tired of being taken advantage of and being treated like fucking shit on this dumbass platform, being fucking bullied and everything. I'm fucking tired of it. So if you're watching me and you can't like the fucking video, then get the fuck out and stay the fuck away from me. Because I don't need no hating ass motherfucker around. I just don't. And I'm tired of going through this fucking common sense shit. This is like literally common fucking sense. Why in the fuck am I having to remind people that they're the ones responsible for themselves? Come on. Enough is fucking enough. I'm not reading it anymore. If you can't figure out that you're fucking responsible for your own self and that I'm never going to be the one that makes choices for you, then stay again. If you think like that, stay the fuck away from me and stay away from my platform. I don't need you and I don't fucking want you. I'm tired of you motherfuckers sending witchcraft to me every day just because I have a fucking platform. Really? Literally. Really? I call down death and judgment on you. And the people that keep bullying me, I call down death and judgment on you as well. The fuck? You think you're going to get away with this shit? Absolutely not. So I'm going to ask, as I call upon God's favor, to give me the full armor of God and protect me from the bullies on this fucking app. I'm tired of it. You know, I'm over here praying for you people and you can't even like a fucking video. You've got to be motherfucking joking me. Like I said, if you're a backstabbing motherfucker, you need to stay away from me. You really need to stay the fuck away from me and stay out of my energy. Especially if you're here to copy, steal, or cheat. You need to stay the fuck away from me. And I ask God to bring back on you people what the fuck you deserve for treating me so poorly. I thank God for blessing me and blessing my subscribers, but I'm going to ask that God calls down death and judgment on every person that keeps abusing my energy and abusing me and taking advantage of me. The fuck do you think you people are? Treating somebody so fucking poorly that's here to help others. Who the fuck do you fucking people think you goddamn are? To try to stop me on my mission. Who the fuck do you think people think you fucking are? Insignificant ass motherfuckers. And anybody that does witchcraft on me, you are never there for me. I call down death and judgment on your life. Death of your dirty ass fucking soul. Stay the fuck out of my energy and stop sending evil eye. Return that shit. God, Ra, I rebuke these people in the name of Jesus. I rebuke them. Every person that bullies me on YouTube, I rebuke. I'm fucking tired of it. And I don't have to do this shit. I can go do something else. I have multiple streams of income. All of you people that try to shut down this stream and every other stream of income, you're going to get so fucked up for that. God, I pray that you annihilate these people for doing that. Just get rid of them completely. Nobody needs a world full of bullshit people that do fucking witchcraft. You're not needed. And you're not fucking valued. Literally, you witches and warlocks are fucking not needed on this earth. You serve no purpose other than to awaken the chosen. Other than that, you are insignificant as fuck and unworthy of love. Look at this. Ace of Cups. My collective, the people that are really here for me, they actually rock with the Holy Spirit. All you hating ass jealous pieces of shit need to stay the fuck away from my platform. You're not welcome here. You're not welcome. Point blank, period. You're not welcome around me. I do not like you. I do not want you around me. I fucking rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ, and I report you to the Most High God. I accuse you formally as the accuser of mankind, and then I report you to the Most High God. So yeah, you know, my collective deserves to have a loving family. They don't deserve to be treated this way. Not by no fucking police that want to sacrifice them. No. Enough. Enough. Enough is enough. Now it's time to call for death and judgment on you people. Because you couldn't leave my collective the fuck alone. You need to be sacrificed. Literally, people need to be put in fucking prison. These fucking goddamn habitual bullies literally need to be put in prison. And the longer that these police officers do not put these fucking people in prison, the longer that these police officers are going to get put up under judgment and sacrificed for not doing the right thing. So I'm going to keep this message short. I don't even want to be on here today. And by the way, I'm taking a fucking break. I probably will not come back to this platform. You know, I'm not valued or appreciated by people, so I probably will not come back. Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to go into the Wheel of Fortune by myself and not share it with anybody else. Because all you people do is take, steal, and do witchcraft. And I'm fucking tired of it. Enjoy the happy memories of having a legitimate psychic while you fucking have it, because you ain't gonna have it no more. I'm gonna be not here in the future. You guys fucking literally have tried to keep me poor and everything on this app, and not only that, you steal fucking money from me, YouTube. Enough is enough. I call down death and judgment upon this fucking app and the people that run it and the people that are stealing from me on it. So these police officers are fucked. Enough is enough. Okay? Enough is enough. They need to be put in prison now. They should fucking have really, really appreciated, you know, the honest help when they had it. And they should stay looking at the positive times, because that's all they're going to fucking have in the future. I hope that God sacrifices them and brings back on them what they deserve. Their shit karma. Look at this. Spy. Another spy for the police. That's another snitch. Let's just say that. I'm tired of this person that's a fucking dirty ass snitch. And a lying ass fucking bitch. Making shit up. Just making up straight up fucking lies to tell to the police. Okay, enough is enough. Kill this person already. I wish that God would kill them. I really pray and wish that God would remove these people from life so that everybody else can have a free fucking shot at living. These people are unjust, they're unlawful, and they're wrong. They're in the wrong. I don't want to fucking look at them anymore. Up here doing this moon magic bullshit. I pray Psalm 91 against it, and I report all of this, everything that I'm going through and everything that I see, I report to the Most High God, and I formally accuse mankind of their sins and transgressions. And I pray that God deliver me from the rest of these fucking people and from this dumbass snitch and their fucking moon magic shit. This Knight of Pentacles energy, I hope this person burns in fucking hell. I literally hope they burn in hell for the rest of eternity. In fact, I send that motherfucker to hell. Well, people need to leave people alone. Why in the fuck is it every single day I have to come on here and warn people to leave other people alone? Like, these people can't stay out of somebody else's fucking business. They can't stay out of somebody else's fucking life. These people need to leave everybody else the fuck alone and address their own goddamn problems, because they have quite a few of them. Tired of the witchcraft. These people, if they don't 8 of Cups and walk away from having to make me defend myself, having to make you defend yourself, then literally when they die, I'm not going to fucking say shit. I'm not going to use my power of resurrection to fucking do not a goddamn thing to help these people. I'm going to let them and theirs and everyone that they know fucking die and perish. fact, I'm going to send the angels of death strictly to these people so that they're fucking dead. Literally, no more. Enough is enough. Only one, somebody, you cannot continue to expect people to put up with your bullshit. Not any longer. This sacrifice shit, these people that want to sacrifice other people, no, you're up under judgment for that shit. Bleeding post-menopause. Okay. So what I'm seeing is that something about Lori in Orlando would be better. And I'm also getting that the bleeding is not bad. Okay. If you're post-menopause, that's pretty weird though. I still would go to the doctor. But I'm not picking up on anything bad going on. Like there's no infection or anything like that going on. Let's see what the Thoth deck says. But yeah. Yeah, for over 10 years and all of a sudden you start again. So I don't think that that's a bad thing. I'm kind of being reminded of Sarah in the Bible where, you know, basically God tells her she's going to have a child at like age 60. And she's like, yeah, right. I'm already been through menopause. Right. And then, then she starts bleeding again. And then she ends up, you know, sleeping with her husband and having a baby. So that's the kind of energy that I'm picking up. But yeah, so should I get Alexander ultrasound Tallahassee? Yeah, so, you know, maybe you should get the ultrasound done, but I don't know if they're going to find anything. Yeah. Exactly. It very well could be your time, but you know, it seems like it's something more divine happening than something in the physical. I wonder what the spiritual interpretation would be of like bleeding post-menopause, because to me that feels like a blessing, but again, it could be that your hormones are, you know, going up and down. Prince of Wands. Yeah, very powerful energy here. This is like definitely coming to the forefront. I feel like maybe your divine life purpose isn't done yet. Well, yeah. So whoever this person was, I do feel somebody is sending energy to you, but they're whatever they did failed. Like somebody literally tried to do something last night. So I don't know if you had somebody blocking your womb before. Maybe they didn't want you to have a child, or maybe the magic that they were sending to your sacral chakra. Okay, yeah. You are planning to get a doctor to help with the hormones. Okay, that's going to be good. That's really going to help. This person, their magic failed. You could have been affected by it, but it still didn't go through. It's futile, futility. It's literally futile for this person to even try to do anything. You also have somebody that wants you back. They want to have a baby with you. That's crazy. But I do get that if you go to Lori in Orlando, you'll be able to create some type of balance and you'll actually figure out what's going on. Maybe there's a medical term for, yeah. So what you can do magically is continue to cleanse your energy and start reading Psalm 91 on whoever this ex is, that all of a sudden, now that you start to ascend, this person wants you back. I don't think so. Yeah, you're about to live a life of luxury. You are already using black tourmaline. Okay, good. Good. Do you have carnelian? Because carnelian's a really good crystal for the sacral chakra. And that's what I'm feeling is way out of whack here is the sacral. So this luxury, this is what somebody is coveting, this life of luxury that you're supposed to live. And I feel like being luxurious could have to do with having children. It could have to do with just having the things that you need in life. This person was literally trying to stop you from having the things that you need in life to succeed. So I would say, yeah, this Knight of Swords energy, you've got a Prince of Wands and a Knight of Swords. This is the same person. Moldavite would definitely help with your vibration, but the stone that I'm thinking of for you is going to be carnelian, which looks like this. And so I would use that for, you know, the sacral chakra. I'll type it into the chat. Yeah, the bracelets are great because they just go right against the skin. And then they work really, really well. So you're coming into an era, and doesn't this, look at that? That kind of reminds me of fallopian tubes and the reproductive system, and that's the card of luxury. So somebody's seeing that you're about to have luxury in your life, like a lot of it. Virtue, you're also very virtuous. This is why God has chosen you. Look at this, the hangman coming out twice. So yeah, I would be very weary of somebody wanting to try to sacrifice you at this time. That coming out twice because you're a virtuous person. This person wants your abundance, but they've failed at getting it. They literally are being told that they can't have whatever is for you, that these people cannot have, is not for them. I also feel like somebody was told to stay away from you, and they literally have been shown by the divine that they need to stay away from you and they need to leave you alone and leave your energy alone. Stop trying to pull from your sacred energy. They were told this. They were told to leave you alone. Yeah, this is illumination right now with the sun. This is definitely bringing illumination to this. Also, I get that there could be something going on with your sun sign and your ascendant sign. So you may want to look at those and see where they're at right now. You know, I don't get a bad feeling about the bleeding, but because it is post-menopause, I would, you know, God has specifically said to you guys multiple times that I will restore to you the years that the locust hath eaten. So if somebody was causing you to go into early menopause or something like that, this could be the magic is actually backfiring now. Whatever they were doing, it's backfiring and not working. Yeah, you're going to enter a period of happiness and contentment and luxury. Being in the sun, that means that you're healing your inner child and you're working on personal growth as well. But I do feel like Lori will have an answer for you. And then it'll be like, you know, if you have a sacral sound bowl, I would play that. I'm going to actually go right around here and hit the sacral bowl so we can clean out your chakra. Okay. Okay, so that should help. Good morning, you guys. Everybody coming into the chat. You have yellow tuning forks. That is sacral. Good. Okay, great. So yeah, that should also help. I definitely just felt a shift with that. Something was telling me, just go play the sacral chakra sound bowl. So you could have a cord connecting you to this X still. I would do a cord cutting ritual with Archangel Michael. I'm just going to pray for that to be done now. God and Archangel Michael, can we do a cord cutting for Christine? Because she's still got a cord attached in the sacral. Okay, thank you. And then can we remove all other attachments that's from this X? Because somebody's trying to stop you from living in your era of peace, right? And you have peace coming to you right now. I really feel like the angels give you little hints and clues to what's going on. And then also your dreams give you the other part of the information that's missing. So I don't know if this X was sending you evil eye for a long time, But, you know, a lot of the times when people send evil eye, they don't know they're doing it. And so that's why it's important to just use sage, use tuning forks, use crystal singing bowls, anything you can do to work on your chakras, and use crystals. You know, crystals are minerals. They just work in the aura rather than having to take it orally. I also am hearing something about lion's bane. Okay, so there is this crystal, and I think that it's called peanut wood crystal or something like that. Okay, so that crystal specifically works. I don't have a piece of that one, but that one does work for the endocrine system, and it also helps with the reproductive system, like a lot. Anybody that's going through menopause or their period or anything like that, the peanut wood crystal really, really helps with that. So you may be able to type that into the search bar and find that. I would just get a little piece of it, carry it around in your pocket until this situation goes away. But, you know, if God is restoring the years that the locust has eaten because somebody tried to sacrifice you and they failed, then this may not be a bad thing. And that's why I was getting ultimate happiness here for you, which is really important because, you know, people should not be living their lives really unhappy. And again, you can't control the life of anybody else, but you can control your own life. And somebody tried to sacrifice you so that they could live a life of luxury. But again, they're not virtuous. These are sinners. Power. And there could be something significant about the movie Sinners, is what I just heard, and the vampires. Like, this person that you used to date or you were married to or whatever, like you let them into your house. I want you to rebuke them from your house. I want you to go, I uninvite you. I uninvite your energy, and I don't allow you in my presence, because you're the one that has the power, Christine. There's nobody else that, like, these people wanted power over you, but they were not successful at gaining it. Again, their efforts were futile, and they ended up being the one that was sacrificed, which is crazy because why, you know, I don't know why people are trying to sacrifice other people like this, but you basically defeated this sacrifice that they tried to make of you. And I'm really getting that, like, literally, this person wants you to be diagnosed with something that you just don't have. And so I feel like part of what's going on has to do with the divine. Part of what's going on also has to do with, you know, these people working against the divine. That's why God's literally renewing your years for you. So you may end up finding out that when you look in the mirror, you see like 5-10 years younger. Literally, you could be feeling like you're aging backwards. I'm getting a definite vibe of that. Let's see what else. Yeah, you've definitely got the power to stand in your power and to choose what you want in this life. Success, this is exactly it. You have the power to be successful. Nobody else is going to be successful for you. And they're not going to be touching this success because they were never a part of it. They weren't a part of creating it, so they're not going to be a part of experiencing it. But you will have success. Yeah, you cut this person off. The Queen of Swords, you absolutely cut them off from your energy. And continue to do so. I would just every single day, until you feel like this person has learned their lesson and that that they're continually going to stay out of your energy, I would every day pray Psalm 91 against them. And then, you know, be asking for God to show you, if you have a dream that you start your period, that would be an indication that God is doing something in your life, right? But yeah, it's like all of this oppression that was being done on your systems being lifted off, and now your system's trying to go back to normal, but some time has passed, you know. Look at this, a truce. Like I'm saying, now these people want a truce. No, I think you should take their head clean off, because again, these people tried to sacrifice you like years and years ago. And this is like just now God's, yeah. Oh, Psalm 91. Yeah, I would read Psalm 91 against them like every day until this changes. But again, I don't think that this is something that's super negative. When you go for the ultrasound, I feel like what's going to happen is the tests are going to be like inconclusive. Like she may not find anything at the ultrasound, right? And have you ever been tested for cystic fibrosis? Because they may want to test you for that, which is only something that you would have if you were having a period. So if they do test you for that, then that's an indication that this is something that has to do with your period. Let's see. Yeah, Ace of Discs. This is good. This is the universe giving you a helping hand financially and giving you the power to succeed, basically. Yeah, Psalm 91 for sure. I would read that every day against this X, and then get this crystal and the peanut wood crystal. Completion. Look at this. You guys, you're closing a cycle, Christine. You're definitely closing a cycle with this person. So them feeling like they had access to your energy, this person's going to wake up overnight having aged 10 years, and you're going to like, your aging is going to be reversed to the point where you're like, wow, I feel young again. I just feel like really free. This person was extremely lustful. You defeated this person's lust for you. There's also this man that keeps saying, well, I should have had another baby with her. I should have had a baby with her. Well, it's a little too late to realize that. And this person thinks that their witchcraft is going to change that. No. This person was sending you so much evil eye because you would not sleep with them. You could have literally been celibate or just not sleeping with people. And this person's like trying to have you judged and put up as a sacrifice because you don't give them your sexual energy anymore. Well, that's on this person. Science. So like I said, when you go to the doctors, nothing, and this is a good indication that something's going on with witchcraft. If you go to the doctors and science cannot find anything to say like this is what's actually happening, then it's basically, stuff that science cannot pick up on, basically. This has to do with your gain, how much you're here to gain in this lifetime. You have a big blessing coming your way. This blessing could be a child, but it doesn't have to be. This could be like a grandchild or something like that. I'm also getting like adoption energy. So maybe I'm getting adoption energy, but I'm not getting that as current. I'm getting that may be something in the future. Even though you may be like, no way. Maybe you thought of adoption at one point. You're very valiant, which means you're very successful. And you're going to become more successful because you're the Empress. Look, the Empress, and she's holding a child. This is like an adjustment to your system, because with the full energy and the energy of Lilith, you were basically unaware of what this person was trying to do to you. But you have sacred divine energy, so I feel like you're going to be okay. I feel like whoever's in Orlando maybe has a few more answers for you, and then you can combine what I've said and what they've said, and you'll basically figure something out. And then I would Google other people's cases as well. Solar plexus area is really sore. Yeah, because this person, their evil eye hits you here and it hits you in your sacral. So it's trying to affect the way you feel about yourself. And so this is a solar plexus bell. Yeah, these people will just want to hit you where it hurts, basically. And so they feel like in the past that you were insecure with yourself. So that's where they were targeting, was here and the sacral. Oh, when this energy returns back to them, they're not going to know what to do. They're not going to know how to get out of the tower. This was all over lust. Look at that death. Like I said, when this energy returns back to them, they're not going to know what to do with it. They're going to be completely just SOL because God's not going to be here for these people. Yeah, you're the high priestess. So you're going to be okay, though. I mean, you are okay. And again, if you're having pain, that's why I said they may try to test you for endometriosis. But if they test you for endometriosis, that would be an indication that your period has come back. And again, like Sarah in the Bible, it's very uncommon, but it's not impossible, right? There's people that have gone into to menopause, and I want you to search Google and look for these different stories so that you can see if there's any similarity. But there's people that have literally gone into menopause and then they start bleeding again. I think my older sister had something happen like this. They start bleeding again, and it may be for like a short time, but some of them end up getting pregnant and some of them don't end up getting pregnant. And so, yeah, I feel like that's the thing is like, I felt like maybe you're not even sexually active with somebody right now. That's why it's pretty weird for this person to send you this energy, and to have been doing this evil eye bullshit to you for this long is kind of ridiculous. At some point, people need to grow up, but they tried to sacrifice you sexually. And this is something that happens to people a lot, and they don't realize why their sex life goes down the shitter, why they become impotent and things like that, is because literally the people around them are trying to sexually sacrifice them with this moon magic crap. There's somebody definitely wants to see. You're welcome. Yeah, you were having endometriosis when you were younger. Yeah, that's what I'm picking up that they may pick up on, but I still feel like going to Orlando is going to be the best thing for you. Look at that, the death again. These people are really going to go through it. They should not have done this. Trying to mess with your pH and your chemistry was a bad idea for everybody. All these people doing this moon magic crap. And again, our menstruation does follow the cycle of the moon. So there is a correlation there. And if somebody was doing this moon magic, they're going to have to walk away because they put you in the defensive mode too many times. It's just too many times of doing something. Like, you can only get away with so much against a person before they lose their mind and literally bite back. You know what I mean? And that's where I feel like you're just tired of this person sending you their energy, because their energy is of stinky rotted death, and this person wants to pull you back into some type of karmic love triangle that you are too good for. Like, you're just too good of a person. And I'm going to say that for anybody that's dealing with anybody that wants to pull them into a third party situation, you deserve better. Yeah, you're very, very strong. This strength is what's keeping this moon magic from not to have taken your life, because that's the intention is, okay, well, if I can't get her pregnant, then I don't want her to live. That's a psychotic thought that somebody has. And so you must have divine feminine energy is what I'm seeing with the strength card here, because if you didn't, these people would not be doing this. You know what I mean? And the temperance here, you got Archangel Michael watching over you. And then the more that you do Psalm 91, and you can say against all known and unknown, seen and unseen enemies, just blatantly just putting up protection. I want you to continue to put up the protection, because that's what's going to help you stay in your wheel of fortune. Well, it's going to propel you guys forward into that. Look at that Queen of Swords. That's so funny. Like the same exact cards that came out the Aleister Crowley deck are coming out with the regular Rider-Waite. So this is just like double confirmation. So yeah, you definitely cut this person off, and they were upset about that, which I don't feel like they have the right to be upset about that, because they were really abusive. Two of Swords. Yeah. So again, not a whole lot of changes for these people, but whatever this blockade they tried to put up against you, these people are going to be forced to look at their shadow. Let's just say that. And I am literally picking up on, I don't know if this is an ex you have whoever their ex is, you're dealing with like the ex of an ex that's been after you for years. And maybe this person smiled in your face at one point. I can't stand hoes like that. Man, Four of Cups. Yeah, these people are obsessed with material possessions. They need something more in life: emotional exhaustion, loss of interest in normal activities, depression, self absorption. Again, this is somebody that's very dissatisfied because they're being forced to take the ending that they prepared for you. Wow, that's sad. That's sad. Like literally this person's about to lose everything. You may figure out who they are because you'll see them losing everything that they had. They're up under judgment right now. Heavy ass judgment for this. For tampering with your energy. Yeah, your sacred sacral energy is for you to manifest through your womb your own new creations. It's not for anybody else. You know what I'm saying? So I really welcome in everybody coming into the chat. I really feel like calling judgment on this person, praying Psalm 91 is going to take care of the majority of it. But the rest of it is going to be kind of poetic justice for you. This King of Swords popped out at the beginning, and I was like, oh, I don't want to look at that person. But this is a man that's over 40. This person usually conceals his emotions, doesn't make small talk, sharp intellect, analytical and organized, abrupt and judgmental. That's the person you're dealing with. Natural leadership abilities, highly ethical, speaks with authority. This person acts like they're ethical and they're not. So basically, he's over here in the King of Swords and you're in the Queen of Swords, and it's like you guys are fighting each other. This person really, really, really figured out way too late that they screwed up by letting you go. But again, they were wanting to put you in the Six of Pentacles continuously. Yes, that's exactly it. So what you're seeing is that the person aged for that age that they're supposed to be. That's exactly it. Yeah, they'll look probably 10 or 15 years older, maybe even 20 overnight. Like you'll just be like, wow, when did you get so old looking? That's what I'm literally picking up. This person wanted to breadcrumb you or have you breadcrumb by the universe, which is like, I think that this person should have made sure that they were really stable before they put this energy out there, because now they're the ones that's being breadcrumbed. And God's making sure that these people don't have what they need to attack you anymore. Yeah, she looks like a yes, a bruja for sure. Yeah. Wow. Wow. But yeah, absolutely. This person has bad energy. They got bad energy. They're also very self-centered. They always put themselves first. So you'll notice that they're doing something illegal, or maybe, they have done things that are illegal and just dishonorable, basically. Look at that. The devil. Cut the deck on the devil. Yeah. They're on demon time. They need the energy of a divine feminine, and that person instantly thought of you. And it's like, okay, the divine feminines are protected by God, basically. That's why you're having side effects, but you're not getting affected. Okay, so with this death card, if you were being affected by the magic in the way that it was meant to affect you, you would not be here anymore. And so that's why I really feel like these people have it coming. They're going to get what they deserve for doing that. Because literally, Archangel Michael's here protecting you from that. And so, yeah, you're dealing with a little trickle down of the effects of it, but you're not dealing with the full blast of it because you've had protection, which is something that makes me really happy to see. But it makes me kind of unhappy to see that somebody is still on this devil time. Four of Pentacles, this is definitely about you being a divine being and about you having gifts, for sure. Yeah, an inheritance, gift, or large sum of money leads to arguments, possessiveness, and selfishness. I'm telling you, this person from your past could have tried to argue with you about your abilities. They always wanted to seed your mind with doubts so that you would never tap into your own energy. And you're figuring out why this person is in the Nine of Swords. They really are. They're going to be in the Nine of Swords for quite some time, unable to recover from this. Because they're in the Tower, which we saw the Tower with the other deck, but these people are still in the Tower. And they're not getting out of the Tower. For sure. They're not getting out of the Tower. This also talks about you getting good news. So you may end up getting a test done and getting the test results sent back to you like after you're done traveling. These test results are going to confirm to you most likely what I'm saying, that there was an issue going on, but it's not really detectable. And the only thing I feel like they may come back and say is something about endometriosis, but you only have endometriosis when you're in your menstruation. And so, yeah, all of these years of moon magic being reversed back onto one person is going to put them in the Nine of Swords and in the Tower, and they're not going to be able to recover. They're going to be in the Five of Pentacles, losing everything that they own, which is crazy to me because I'm like, why would anybody do this to themselves? I know that they thought they were attacking you, but that's not actually true. They were really attacking themselves the most because, again, you can control when the energy goes out. To a certain degree, you can control it, but when it comes back, we don't know how it's going to come back. We don't know when it's going to come back, and it comes back and in different ways. And karma will literally force this person, this bruja witch, to sit there and watch you succeed. I mean, this person wanted you homeless and everything. This is ridiculous. Over a fucking man. There is no man on this planet that is worth some stupid shit like that. Like, there's just nobody on this planet that's worth having to go through this shit about. But I don't feel like this is, I feel like literally this is going to be a relief for you to know that the magic was not hitting you. These people are about to be in the Ten of Swords. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But again, this janky moon cycle stuff. It says because you're a Nine of Pentacles, people see you alone, being prosperous and being able to stand on your own 2 feet and not needing help from the world. And it bothers them. They're like, well, if they're so secure and God's got them, then I'll just take from them and take whatever I need. No, the answer is no. Yeah, that's Seven of Cups illusions. These delusions. These people are delusional, thinking that they're going to be able to take something from you. And this could very well be a witch trying to use your womb, not even knowing that you went through menopause. And God's like, okay, well, we're just going to bring you back online because this person has been playing around in your sacred sexual energy for so long, really just kind of abusing you in that way by playing in your energy and playing in your face. The Magician, exactly what I'm talking about. Moon magic. And we know moon magic links in with menstruation and all of that. But this person was doing too much. This is like crazy. They just do too much on a consistent basis. And that's why this person loses all the time, because they just do too much. Yeah, King of Wands. This could very well be the ex that I'm talking about. He's definitely not in the upright, but he wants to come out like he is. This person could tell people that they're a wonderful citizen or whatever. This person's completely attached to the devil. They're not good. I mean, at one point, this person was better than they are now, but they were never a good person at any point. Not anybody that was a good person. Yeah, you're definitely Empress coming out twice. That just shows me like motherhood right there. And if somebody tried to steal your ability to have children in the past, that's really coming back to bite them now in a major way. Like major way. Yeah, you're going to be coming into your wish fulfillment though, which is good because these people are going to be forced to sit and watch you get everything that was meant for you in the first place. And they're not going to be able to do anything about this because it's really none of their business. Anything that's going on in your energy has nothing to do with these people. It's really none of their business. Page of Cups, they may want to come in with some type of chummy offer. You're not going to be accepting offers from anybody at this time because you know that people, again, after all of these cords are removed, which I feel like most of them have been removed, but it may be the rest of the day that you feel that tugging on your back, lower back. When those cords are all removed, yeah, the enemy will be forced to surrender. When those cords are all removed, it'll be probably maybe 15 minutes before somebody tries to reattach them again. And when I'm telling you, when they go to do this shit, it is going to backfire in such a way that Archangel Michael's going to put his foot on these people's necks and not ever get up. He's going to just stand there until these people pass out because God's basically commanded. To Sevens by Brandon Lake. Yeah. Look at this. The Ace of Pentacles. You have good fortune coming your way. You have the Wheel of Fortune also, you guys. This is awesome. This is wish fulfillment, you guys. And then it's money given to you from the universe. So, yeah. You're also being protected. And I feel like God is really proud of you guys. Wow, look at this. So, again, this Hierophant energy could very well be an energy that has to do with a religion or a secret society or a coven. Either way, these people are going to seek this Hierophant to like get more work done. And this Hierophant's going to say no. And then these people are going to start they're going to try to do work on the Hierophant and the Hierophant group because they said no. Because this Hierophant group, maybe in the past, would attack you for these people, but they're not doing it now. They've gotten some type of blowback for doing that. Yeah, Emperor. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad that you guys are here today. But yeah, this Emperor energy, this is who you're meant to be with, this person. And this Hierophant group was trying to block that person from coming in. And again, that's why they're walking away from this because they know that like they're not going to be able to block this love union. This Hierophant group is carrying a 10 of Wands. They really need to sacrifice somebody for money. They really need to put somebody in the hangman position for money. This Hierophant group, they really need to do their eyes wide shut rituals. And again, these rituals are no longer working. They're no longer able to harness the energy of innocent people, which seems kind of fair, but to them, it's not fair. Look at this. You guys are coming into public recognition and fame and honor. And that may be attached to this Emperor helping usher in this new age for you guys. I like that. I also feel like, you have more authority than this Hierophant group does. And you could call down judgment on them. And I definitely would. Because you will receive justice at this time. And you will be in the 4 of Wands. You having a community, for some reason, it puts somebody else in jail. Oh, well, these people need to go to prison, literally. Okay, girl gone. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pick these cards up and then I'll grab another deck. Okay, you want to know if your oldest son has gifts and abilities too. Well, yes. Yes, absolutely. So thank you, Christine. Make sure that you go to Orlando. I feel like you are going to get some answers there, but you'll be able to piece everything else together. And they may say it's endometriosis. Okay, so yeah, so your son's definitely an empath, but I'm also picking up on clairvoyancy as well. And maybe he hears things and sees things. You're very welcome, Christine. God bless you. I appreciate you guys so much. So yeah, let's look with, let's see. Let's look with the telepathy cards. Okay. So I feel like your son is going through a shift right now. His gifts are awakening even further because his Kundalini is activating. Now, I don't know if Kundalini is something that happens just randomly or if it's something that's planned, but look at this past life. So you had a past lifetime girl gone with your son, and you guys both had these abilities in a past life, and then you have them in this life as well. It says we reunite with our loved ones over and over in different lives. And so that's why I feel like your gifts enhance your son's gifts. And it could just be that passing it down through the line of lineage makes it stronger. But I do get that your son is chosen. Value, focus on things of value. Yeah. This is like seriously something, the gifts that he has are very strong. I don't know if he sees spirits as well, but I'm definitely seeing that that may be a possibility where he sees things. Strength, the power of love is like a magnet drawing souls together. So yeah, these gifts are really going to bring value to your son, because it's not just like using them to help other people. Your son's going to use these gifts to guide him through his life. Commitment is an important factor in building a successful relationship. So yeah, the more that you can tell him about his gifts, saying, okay, well, Mima had them or grandma had them, right? Grandma had them, then I got them, and now you have them, because it's definitely not just something. Yeah, there's definitely quite a few gifts that he has, which tells me that he's going to be able to use different ones at different times to create basically balance in his life. Emotion, look into the depths of your emotions. So it could be when he gets very emotional, and I do feel like there is emotion that he's cutting back on revealing, because it has to do with maybe his father, is what I'm picking up on. Something he doesn't want to say out loud about that, but it's causing his gifts to open up so that he can see the truth. I feel like also your son's extremely wise. Like, he's an old soul. He's definitely somebody that has been on the earth many times before, and he's definitely a star seed or a rainbow child. Absolutely. Because he came here with gifts and abilities that both sides of the lineage have. And I think it's through this intense emotion he feels about his father that's going to bring these gifts to the forefront. Allure, consider this situation carefully. So yeah, the situation, whatever the emotion is with his father, that's basically what's triggering his gifts to come online. It's like they've always been there, but they haven't always been active, right? And so they become active and they basically trigger when we need them. And so it's basically in times of dire need that our gifts will come online and start working for us. Openness, be open to receiving divine guidance in relationships. So yeah, you may want to have a talk with him about his emotions, and just different ways that we can get rid of emotions, like journaling is one way, or at least channel them. Because again, when you're dealing with a repressed emotion, it could come forward at times that are just very inconvenient, right? Like that emotion could come forward, and having to deal with that emotion could be overwhelming. And so I really feel like, it's kind of synchronicity that this is happening at this time, because he is still quite young, but he's young, but he's ready to experience these gifts. It says divine soul matches have amazing moments of synchronicity. And so these gifts are coming from another lifetime where he had to deal with his father there. And that could be where this excess of emotions is coming from. Yeah, let go. Some things are best to let go and let the universe work it out in its divine time. And that very well may be what he feels he needs to do. Because holding on to the thing is that when you're dealing with the emotions, and emotions are truly the one thing that's behind the most powerful magic. When people have a lot of emotion behind their magic becomes powerful. So this is just basically, he'll be guided to let go of whatever this resentment or fear is. It's coming from another past lifetime, but indication, watch for the signs that lead you to true love. So yeah, this indication is legit right here, because this is just showing me that basically he's going to be shown that holding on to the emotion and just playing video games or whatever, even though the video games and TV is a distraction or whatever it is that he does, or it could even be sports, and actually doing something physically active could be beneficial for him. It could be track, it could be something like that. Doesn't have to be football or anything, but it could be good for him to move his body. I feel like a lot of this stuck emotion and energy has been triggered from another lifetime. It's coming to the forefront. Basically, God's using this emotion to allow his gifts to come online so that he can basically use them to discern where he wants to live and who he wants to live with. And I do feel like him living with you. See, he's afraid to stand up to whoever this masculine energy is. But yeah, he's got quite a few abilities, like literally trust. Yeah, you need trust in a relationship for it to thrive. So trust is extremely important at this time. And the type of trust that he's going to be developing is to follow his emotions and his intuition, and then learning how to trust what his inner voice tells him. Because again, he is being guided, and he does have a lot of angelic energy around him at this time. Intense. The intensity of a true soul connection includes highs and lows, and that's what he's definitely experiencing. And so I feel like this is going to be Thank you. I'm so glad that this is definitely helping, because I feel like the intensity of this emotion could cause somebody to want to go into just doing anything to avoid it, basically. But if you can tell them, there's different ways to channel your emotions, like journaling, exercise, and prayer, and different things like that, then he's going to understand a little bit more of what he can actually do, because his whole way he's dealt with the emotions is he sees everybody else avoiding the emotion, basically. Yeah. And so it's always easier to avoid something until it becomes too much for a person to hold on to. And so yeah, and shadow in himself. And the thing is that we all have shadows. Like, there's not a person alive, maybe Jesus didn't have a shadow, I don't know, but there's not a person alive today that doesn't have shadow work to do. So if you can explain to him what shadow work is, that it's basically all of the stuff in your lifetime, every time your dad, because I feel like his dad beats down on his self-confidence. And I don't know why this person does this, but they're just very negative. And so him learning to understand why he's so sensitive is also an important key, because for him to have healthy relationships, like even to get a girlfriend, this emotion that he feels with his father is just destructive to him. It's not doing anything to his father. And that's why explaining to your son that when we're angry at somebody, we're basically, and this is any type of anger or resentment, we're basically giving our power away to the person that hurt us, if we hold on to grudges. So that's why it's so much better to just forgive the self. So also talking to him about forgiveness is not like he doesn't need to forgive his dad for all of the trauma that his dad's put him through, but he does need to forgive himself for putting himself in that situation. And again, I don't feel like your son reacts in any type of way that would not be normal, like to all of the stresses and stuff like that. His father's tried to make him conform to be just like him, and he's not. He's a lot more like you than he is like him. And I feel like, as he grows older, he may still have a relationship with his father, but it's basically about healing himself, because he can't change the way his father's going to think. He can't change the way his father's going to react to anything that he does either. And I feel like he has spent so much of his life Oh, this is sad. Wanting his father to be proud of him, and his father does not say that. So make sure that you tell your son that you're proud of him, because his father does not give him emotional support in the way that he needs, like the way that any child would need. Like, and again, even though your son's sensitive, it's not out of the norm to need to be, loved by somebody. And I feel like the love that comes from his father is extremely conditional. It's like, okay, I will approve of you if you do this, 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 and this. And your son doesn't feel the same way about, yeah, about happiness. Exactly it. If it's like, I think that your son's figuring out that if he spends his time trying to make his father happy, then he's going to be lost forever trying to just make his father happy. And so, wow, the way that just fell out sideways. Look at this study. So this is showing me that, he's a student. Let love show you how to learn from each other. So he's basically learning from this past life and in this lifetime, how to attract positivity. It says the appeal of soul pairing goes beyond superficiality, which it really does, to be honestly true. And that's the thing, is that your son has got very deep feelings. I don't know if he's a fire sign or a water sign, but he's got a lot of, maybe he has fire and water in his birth chart significantly, because those two energies kind of bounce off of each other, and they kind of also enhance each other. So yeah, he's attracting positive. Look at this, true love. True love appears when you least expect it. And I feel like true love is the love that you give yourself. That's what I believe it is. You give every part of yourself. So also telling him that self-love, like, even if he doesn't feel loved by his father, he still needs to love himself, because that's the most important thing. And you can tell your son too, that you just think of it, son, that you came into this life with you and God. Like, you were the portal for your son to come into existence, but he came in with God. And so when he leaves this life, it'll be with God. So in between birth and death, it's basically his job to reconnect with God. And that's with going within and accessing this true love. He's going to access the divine, because he's a divine being. And I feel like his father doesn't like that, which is kind of weird. You would think that a father would want the best for their child, but I don't. I feel like his father thinks that he knows what's the best for his child, but he's just repeating the same broken pattern that his father gave him. Yeah, and he isn't around like he wishes he would be. Exactly. That's exactly it. Admiration. Yeah, and it's sad when, every child idolizes their parents. Like, we all look to our parents for that strength, for that, with that admiration. And so, yeah, it's a lot of unrequited love and rejection. It says it's time to think about everything you appreciate in your partner. So, I don't feel like your son's going to repeat the same weird pattern that his father's on, but I do feel like this emotion that he's holding is causing a lot of inner turmoil. And the more that he runs from it, the bigger it's going to become. So and you can tell him, like, I'm here for you. I will help you, um, overcome these emotions and what you're going through. But your son's got to talk to you. He's got to let you know, like, Mom, I'm feeling really sad, because he feels sad quite often. And it's because his psychic abilities are picking up that he's not loved by his dad. And I do feel like his dad does love him, but like I said, his dad has conditions with that. You know what I mean? Yeah, parental disapproval or abandonment is a projection of its own dismay. Thank you, Lilith. I totally agree. Yeah, whoa, that just fell out. We'll see what that was. Look at that. Union. The union of divine soul counterparts is a miraculous gift that brings that, or it's a miraculous event that brings when you least expect it. Yes, trust in your intuition. So that would be also something that I would tell him, is that when he picks up on something intuitively, to trust what he feels, especially when he first meets somebody. The first thing that he picks up off of them is something that he should definitely look into, and not doubt himself, because I really feel like his father causes him to doubt himself. But besides that, he has a very good support system from you. And you do have talks with him. So I feel like you explaining how emotions work, how there's a primary emotion. Oh, you're very welcome. Good. Yeah, there's a primary emotion, and then there's that secondary emotion. So the secondary emotion is usually the emotion that's the reaction, but the primary emotion is what causes the secondary emotion. So if we just only work on the secondary emotion of what we feel triggered, then we'll never actually get to the first emotion that was the underlying issue. So yeah, tell him that his intuition is spot on. And I'm also picking up, I don't know if he has a girlfriend yet, but I'm picking up on a girlfriend in the future. So I feel like when this happens, he's exactly the same gift as you. Absolutely. And he's got gifts from the other side of the family as well. So that's why, it may be beneficial to teach him how to meditate. Maybe you guys can make like a little meditation garden, or a little area in your house where it's like Zen area, where you put up pictures that bring balance, and giving him a place to be able to go where there's not the stimulation of like video games or TV, just a room, or even just a corner of the house where he can go and meditate, or something outside. That's really going to help him, tap into his own abilities. It's also going to help him create balance and gain control over his thoughts, which is something like when you're a teenager, when you're a young adult, it could be so hard to get, like, basically from the ages 16 to probably 25, it's hard to reel your emotions back in, right? And then when we're like in our 30s, we eventually figure it out. But I feel like your son is so sensitive that, it could be the slightest thing that hurts his feelings, and he just feels like he has to be a tough guy and not really talk about it. Wow, bond with the universal father, God, mother. Yeah, see, that's great. Yeah. Yeah, who will never let us down. Yeah, also reminding him that his real father is God, that will definitely help him, because when he learns to, yeah, glory be to God, when he learns to just like rely on the divine, then it takes the ball out of the dad's court, basically. Oh, thank you so much, Girl Gone. I hope that helped you guys. Okay. All right. I hope that this message reached you guys well, and definitely relay all that stuff to your son. This will bring your guys' bond so much closer. Okay, you guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for getting the likes up. I appreciate it. All right. Know that God loves you. Know that I love you. Make sure you guys are subscribed and all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the next reading, you guys. Bye. Have a good day.